Hello my friends, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video, which is another first for my channel, just like my full face of drugstore makeup. And this is going to be the first time trying a true indie brand. I feel like over the years I have bought smaller brands, but not really indie brands. And these were gifted to me by a very sweet friend. If you have seen my February eyeshadow palette extravaganza, then you already know the story, but wanted to come on here and play with these together. I had only dabbled in them a couple of times, and so I hadn't really done a full-on look. I do have some thoughts for you. This isn't going to be like a review or anything. I am super late to the indie bandwagon, so we're going to talk about and play with Give Me Glow eyeshadows or pigments, and yeah, we're going to put these on together. And if you are new to the indie brand world, then this will be a first for both of us. So if you're interested in seeing how these worked for me and just kind of the pigmentation, all of that good stuff, then just keep on watching. Starting off with the Sol palette by ColourPop, we're going to go ahead and take the shade Out of Office, and this is going to be the only matte shade that we use in our look today. Y'all already know I am totally down for that. The less mattes for me, the better. So I'm just gonna place this in my crease. Now this, you know ColourPop, y'all, and this is not a ColourPop video, but ColourPop shades they speak for themselves, and this one's no exception. So I really only needed one layer, went in with a tiniest bit more, really just for good measure, just because it's what I'm used to doing, but one layer was all I needed, and I love this shade so much. Now, no surprise here, we're going to go in with my Fenty Pro Filter Eye Primer. This is what I always use as a tacky base for using like metallic shades, glittery shades, sequin shades, and today's no exception. So just laying that all over my lid, because we are going to go in with multiple Give Me Glow eyeshadows today. So we're going to start off with a super fun shade. This one's called Pool Party. I am totally here for these types of shades. Y'all know me by now, and I am just a pop of color type of girl. High shine, high metallic finish. And so typically I would go in with my finger, but I'm going to go in with a brush only because I'm going to use multiple shades today. Now these are more the one and done type of shades, just because they're so rich and they are so there is a lot going on in just one shade alone, to be honest. But I'm looking to try something a little more creative, and the plan was to go in kind of a diagonal fashion the way I've done in the past in certain videos. It's going to end up looking like a halo eye, quite frankly, but the intent was to go in diagonal form, my inner and outer portion of my lid. But like I said, it didn't end up working out that way. Just placing some more on the outer portion of the lid. A little bit goes a very long way with these shadows. I can't even imagine with my finger. Now I've used a couple of these already, and I did just place it down with my finger. So I'm a testament to, they go down really, really nicely and very rich in pigmentation, but with a brush is really almost as good. So now let's go in with the middle shade called Jellyfish, which, fun fact, not fun fact, because I think all of y'all would say the same thing. I'm terrified of jellyfish. And it's crazy because this shade really does remind me of a jellyfish. It's weird. Anyways, also using a brush, not going in with a finger because I just wanted to take it all the way up to my crease. just gonna place this in the middle. Again, I was really aiming for that diagonal type of shape or for it to lean a little bit. And I just was not having an amazing makeup day today. Honestly, it was the first time in a while. I was truly disappointed overall with my makeup, but that's okay. It's okay. You gotta take the good days and the bad days with a grain of salt. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do something a little creative. Now, it didn't go as planned, and this is where I say, I don't know, it just wasn't my day. But I am going in with the ColourPop white concealer and just a flat liner brush. Okay, so here's the thing. I had recently washed this brush, and you know how when you wash your brushes, your bristles are kind of all over the place? So this concealer didn't get put down as strategically as I would have liked. It was a little messy. We're gonna have to do cleanup here in a bit, but just basically putting it in you know, almost kind of a rainbow or an arch type of shape. And really, I mean, I'm going for kind of a sunset look based on, you'll see the shade I'm about to use, but anyways, just kind of, you know, following the crease, very messily, I might add, on my part. And at this point, I'm very frustrated. So now let's go in with the shade You're Cheesy, which cracks me up because these shades, I don't know that I would have thought certain things if they weren't, like, let's just say they had no names. I'd be like, ah, okay, a pretty orange. But now that I see that it's called You're Cheesy, all I can think of is Cheetos when I look at this shade. Anyways, total side note, very, very random. Taking that same brush that I used to lay down the concealer, I am going in with that You're Cheesy shade. So all of these are very pigmented. Some are a little bit more rich than others. This one did take quite a bit of layering to really cover up that white concealer. Now granted, again, I went messy with the concealer, so it was kind of a little bit more to cover up than I was really intending. But this is where I say it's gonna kind of look like a sunrise or a sunset just because of that orange in the crease area, kind of like looking like an arch like that. So basically just using that brush, going in with as much product as I could to cover up that concealer and just making it look a little seamless, which it'll come together here shortly, I promise. So I had to do a little bit of cleanup work again. It was just looking so messy. So going back in with Pool Party, and then here shortly we'll go back in with Jellyfish, and I'm taking some of that and laying it on top of the You're Cheesy shade because again, it covered a lot of territory, more than I was wanting. So I really was just kind of taking it back up a little bit closer to the crease so that there was only as much of a thin line of that orange as I wanted. So this is where I say, you know, just gonna kind of do some correcting. Bad days, bad makeup days happen. Just find a way to fix them up. So going again with that Jellyfish shade, same thing. Just gonna take it up into a little bit closer to the crease so there's not as much of that orange shade peeking through. So now using the Maybelline Hyper Easy liner. This one is getting a little old because I'm finding it now hard to do a wing with it. Either that or I've gotten so used to the Rare Beauty liner that I'm struggling with this one. So I also wanted to take it into the inner corner, kind of do the little cat eye, which I love that look, by the way. But if your pen, if your liner's kind of running out of ink, but if it's kind of getting frayed at the tip, that won't end up working out very good. And again, if it could go wrong, it would have gone wrong today, and it did. Going back in with that Out of Office shade by ColourPop, just placing this on the lower lash line, I just felt like there was already so much going on the lid. My lid looks so busy right now. I needed something just kind of simple and matte. This is one time where I'm like, I need a matte. So just gonna grab just a hint more of that Out of Office shade on that same blending brush as I used at the beginning, and just placing a little bit more in the crease again, just so that that orange that I placed, you know, on top of that concealer, so it looks a little bit more seamless. It just was looking rough. I don't know. Maybe that's just being a harsh critic of myself, but yeah, I don't know. Just wasn't a thing. So after I had done that, I decided, you know what? This look needs a wing. As if there wasn't enough going on the eye. Let's throw in a wing. But it really did need the wing. It looked kind of weird with the eyeliner just stopping there at the end. So yeah, you can tell. My liner has seen better days. So I did mascara and lashes off camera. Now I'm gonna go ahead and try a couple of these as highlight. I've not done this before. So I am mixing highlight and on ice. They're both beautiful, beautiful shades. And oh, just wait for it. Oh my gosh. I feel like this could compete with any high-end highlighter. Legit, this is amazing. So this is my cup of tea. Eyeshadow and blinding highlight. So of course I am basking at this point in what is this most metallic pigment on my cheeks, and I am absolutely just so over the moon excited to have these in my collection that I can now have a literal blinding highlight. Like, neighbors are gonna see me with my blinds closed. They're gonna be like, what's beaming through that window? I'm so exaggerated sometimes. So I have to highlight the nose, you guys, regardless of whether people tell me, don't highlight your nose. You know what? My nose will be highlighted. And then just the normal chin and over the brows, just to kind of add that, just to give me that glow. And you guys, that's it for today. That is the look using Give Me Glow Cosmetics eyeshadows and pigments. I'm so impressed and I can't wait to get more. All right, my friends, I hope you found that enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie, I am having what I feel is a terrible makeup day. Sometimes you have those days where you're like, it's so good, I don't even want to take it off. And then you have those days where like, I'm ready to take it off now. And I'm having one of those days today. I feel like nothing has gone right, but I want to give you a couple of quick thoughts. First off, these are absolutely beautiful. I do think that it's going to depend on the type of color that you like, the type of shade that you like. There are some that are a little bit more metallic than others, like the cheesy shade I found to be a little bit less in pigmentation than some of the others, but I think that's just the shade dependent on the shade. Some are going to be naturally more pigmented than others. So that being said, the two turquoise shades or the pool type of shades are absolutely beautiful. I have found there are some that are truly liquid metal on the eyes, based on the now 3 times that I've used them. And there are some that are a little bit of a step down, not in a bad way. It's just that this way you can mix and match. But I will tell you on that I have found with these, I am of the opinion that it's best to just go like a matte in your crease and then one shade of these on the eye, because they are very rich, and so using too many can end up looking busy, which I had already told y'all that in my last video, but they can look a little bit busy and just there's a lot going on. But if you like to use multiples, then hey, use multiples for sure. I also found that there are some amazing highlight shades in this range. So specifically, I used the shade On Ice and Highlight. I mixed them to create that highlight there, and they're beautiful. So my goodness, this is where I say like some of these are a little bit more intense than others, and these are no exception. Absolutely stunning. I want to say I looked on their website because I have looked at these before, just never took the plunge, and they are $7 a piece, which really isn't bad in the grand scheme of things, especially because you're getting so much product. But let me show you a couple of the swatches that they are still beautiful. They are still very pigmented. They're not as high shine. So this one's Joker and this one's, I think it's like You're Cheesy. And so again, very pigmented, but they're not gonna have the super mirror-like shine that some of the others have. But anyways, yeah, those are my thoughts. I think for using these ongoing, I'm gonna do one shade all over the lid, a basic matte in my crease, and I will be good to go, just because they are so rich that one shade will basically speak for itself. But super impressed, and I feel like now I really want to dabble a little bit more into the indie brand world, and several of you have already left me recommendations based on my last video, which I've already started looking into. I'm super excited. And if you have any more recommendations, please let me know down in the comments below. If you do own Give Me Glow shadows or pigments, then let me know what your favorite shades are, because there's a few that I saw that I feel like I need to order. So just let me know in the comments section below. All right, guys, well, that being said, let's go ahead and wrap this video up with a quick verse of the day, just in an effort to motivate you and encourage you and tell you that Jesus loves you so much. Today's comes from Matthew 5:16, and it says, "Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven." All right, my friends, well, thanks for spending some time with me today. I will see you in the next one. So until then, please stay safe and stay well. I love you, but remember that Jesus loves you so much more. See you soon. Bye.